Apologize. I hope the light's not too bright. Can you see me? Okay, sound check, sound check. Welcome to Blacksit, everybody. Can you hear me? Is the mic loud enough? I'm not sure. Do you want it closer? Closer to your dreams. Hello, everyone. Hi, hi, hi. Thanks for joining. Please give a message. Let me just make sure the mic is up. Please let me know that you can hear me. This is Nyancho Kajabi, aka Juliet. I am the founder and CEO of Blaxit. If fan's too high, let me know, okay? If you're getting sound interference from the fan, please do let me know. In fact, I'll bring the microphone a little closer. Sorry, just bear with me while I sort myself out. Woo! Oh my gosh. Woo! Juliet crashed everything. I'm so sorry. I pulled everything over with the microphone. I'm so sorry. I wasn't watching. I forgot that it's attached to the camera. Oh, good. Oh gosh. Let me just stabilize myself. Okay. Okay. So I think I've done it now. You're all right. Oh, good. All right, I think I'm going to turn this light off because I can't see your comments properly. Okay, so who's that? Ibrahim. Ibrahim Sane. Oh, hi Ibrahim. Hello dear. How are you? Nice to see you here. How are things? How is everybody here on Blaxit? I hope you are well. Welcome to Blaxit. If you are new to the channel and you are just joining this live, thank you and welcome, welcome, welcome. You are welcome. Blaxit is about our exit from the West back to the best. That's right, and that is here. This is beautiful Africa, which is where I am broadcasting from. I am in the beautiful, beautiful Gambia, which is one of the smaller and most beautiful gems here in the continent of Africa. And I'm sure you can detect from my accent, I was not born here. I was actually born in England, in the West, in the UKKK, in East London. And I deflected, I left and decided to come to Africa to live permanently. And I am so glad I made that jump. I bought my land in 2015 and built my house in 2019. And I've been living here since 2011. No, I came first in 2011 and I've been living here for over 6 years now. So thank you and welcome to everybody that's joining the live. I might not be able to see, I'm seeing 6 Southfield and some other names. I actually have got glasses now, would you believe it? Because they made the writing so small now, it's incredibly hard to see. I'm not sure if I can expand on it to make it slightly bigger, but is that Sly? Kath, can you confirm? You have a red of, what is it? You have a what? A reel in your bio. Oh yes, absolutely, Captain Chirore. In fact, fam, have I got news for you today? You've got to stay on this live, okay? I'm sorry, I was gonna do a live where I was going to be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you that there were some nations that I I was just gonna do a nation diss today. I was gonna do a nation diss, trust me. There was gonna be lots of drama, fireworks, hot words and whatever. And I thought, why am I dissing those that aren't standing by him? Why aren't we celebrating those that do and that are? And so I have got a list of Woo! So welcome to Blaxit. If you're new, thank you for joining. For my A1 day ones, I salute you 100%. It's all about the return to Africa. It's all about realizing that we have a choice. It's all about realizing that we can live a wonderful, wonderful life here on the continent. We can eat what we grow and grow what we eat. We can live with our people. We can live in harmony. We can live in the beauty of nature. We can have sun, sea, and sand. We can have culture. We can have life. But above all, we can have peace and peace of mind. Okay? And that is priceless so far as I'm concerned. So I am hyped up. Okay? Juliet is hyped up about this. I'm hyped up about this. I'm hyped about this. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped, fam. What am I talking about? Now listen, let me tell everybody out there who's Gambian, Nangadef, and let me tell everybody who's Gambia, Abinyadi, Kasumai, okay, all of the words that I'm probably forgetting. Just, you know, I'm so proud of you today. I am so proud to be living here in Gambia. Let me tell you this, I am so proud to be living here in Gambia. And I've got to say that our president Adama Barrow has made a leap, a step and a bound in the right direction for the unification of Africa. And so have 17 other countries. When, you know, they talk about Africa Unite, this ain't no AU business. This is Africa Uniting. Captain Ibrahima Traore, the interim president of Burkina Faso, is making it so. This is a reality. This is not a dream. This is the reality, is what it seems. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Africa is coming together. We now know who's foe, yeah, who's for the W. You know what I'm talking about when I say the W, because everything's become very politically sensitive here on YouTube. So we know now who's for the W, for the colonizer, and who's pro-Africa. There's been a split. And I have the list, I have the list, I have the list, I have the list. That's right, I have the list. Okay? So, wow, all I can say is, wow, let me just, some names for me, Kath. I can see Liliani, I can see Kaloli, 76. Yeah, be proud to be Gambian, and I'm going to tell you exactly why this piece of paper is so important. And who else am I seeing? Ja? Is that Ja Bless Forever? Kath? Is that Ja Bless Forever? Yeah. Okay. And Ja Bless Forever, let me big you up. Is that Ademi? Adebayo? Is that Ademi? Adebayo? Because I can't see properly. I'm asking Caffrey who I'm going to big up. Of course, he is our moderator today. So big up Caffrey. Yeah. Also, Wendy Green, I'm going to big you up. Thank you. Tuning in from North Carolina. Let me know where you're from. Who said they're from Jamaica? Jamaica. Who said they're from Jamaica? Jamaica. Is that you? God bless. God bless. Bless up Jamaica. Listen, I love Jamaica. Jamaica beautiful. And the people are nice. Yeah. So, although, you know, yes, my parents are Jamaican and I chose to live in Africa because you know what? I am closing that circle. Our ancestors are calling us back. Yeah, our ancestors are calling us back to Africa, okay? I'm not saying that you can't live wherever, but you know what I'm saying, yeah? Who's that? Mitz Chibora Oniema. Okay, Ozuma here from Nigeria. Now, Nigeria, I need for you to talk to your president, okay? I need to talk to your president. He needs to get on side with Ibrahima Traore. He needs to be on this list. Nigeria is absent from this list and I don't know why. But this is a really important list. And this is happening today in our lifetimes, okay? I just want to shout out everybody. Amiri, Ismail, how are you? Fred, example, how are you? How are you? How are you? Everybody joining. Who's that? John Ryan, how are you? How are you? John Ryan, the worker, how are you? Who else is there? Have I mixed anybody? I'm sorry if I have. Any names that I might have missed. But who? Jasmine Drummer. Big yourselves up. So why am I so excited? Why is Juliet fired up? Yeah, I'm telling you, your sister is on it today. Yeah, is on it today. Oh my gosh. Why? Because Africa, you know, Bob Marley wrote a song, Africa Unite. Guess what? This is the proof that Africa is uniting in 2025. Okay, now here is the list of names. I'm going to read them because you probably can't understand my handwriting. Okay, so let's have exclusive and Talawa. Yeah, exclusive and Talawa. What? Exclusive and Talawa. What? Hi. So John Ryan, the worker, said nice lips. Oh, there's a kiss for you. Okay then. And Eliza, good morning to you as well. So welcome wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world, chill. Okay, so listen. Thank you, Cafre. Cafre is the one moderating, and so be gentle with him, please. Okay. He's here to keep it all love because we don't deal with hate on Blaxit. Yeah, Blaxit is all about understanding that the only way to eradicate racism is to leave it behind and come and live with your own kind. Okay, the only way to eradicate racism is to leave it behind and come and live with your own kind. Okay, so Lamin Dafe, how are you? Thank you for joining us today. Now I'm talking about the African countries that have written back and responded to Captain Ibrahima Traore's call to unite Africa. Okay, to unite Africa. The clarion call is finally out there. The clarion call is being done in our time. This is an historical moment, okay, to be here in Africa. It is an historical moment for us to go and call to your family, call to your friends. It's time to return now. There are only 2 plots left in Serenity Estate in Khartoum, by the way. All the rest are gone, I'm sorry to say, but there are two left. So first come, first serve. If you do want to buy a plot of land in Serenity Estate, which is in Khartoum, which is a riverside estate, it's absolutely beautiful. Go and watch the content if you haven't. I have left it up for a while so that everybody can get to watch it, but I will be putting up new content again this week. Now there's one plot which is 22 by 22 and one plot which is 20 by 25, and it is in a sublime area. It is in a well sought after area because of tourism, of course, and also because it's the closest in this country to the Atlantic, and it is a very area that is in demand for development, and there's a lot of development going on there. So who else am I? Mifori, am I getting the name right? Am I saying Mifori? Cafre, am I saying Mifori right? Is that Charles? Okay, yeah. Read my comments. I'm sorry, what did Charles say, Caf? What did Charles say? He said to read the comments. He said to read his comments. Charles one sec, Haji, can you just replay your comments? Yeah. Avid Kaur said he is so cute and I have had a crush on him for 1.5 years. Oh, okay. Is she talking about Ibrahima Traore? He's a married man. He's a married man. I do believe in, you know, upholding the sanctity of marriage. I used to be married once upon a time, and I did believe in it. Even if I was the only one that was in the marriage that did believe in it. But anyway, let me go on. So these are the African countries. Like, let's do a drum roll or something. These are the African countries that have supported Ibrahima Traore's call for African unity. I'm just bursting with pride. I'm bursting with pride. So, you know, all of these South Africa Unite, Marcus Garvey, yeah, Thomas Sankofa, so many of our leaders, yeah, Brill, yeah, Brill Lopez, so many of our leaders have all been calling for unity, okay, Nkrumah, yeah, Kwame Nkrumah, look at all of the leaders, yeah, you know, all of those in Jarastafari, all of those that have been calling for our unity, okay, especially Empress Haile Selassie when he founded the AU, okay, they've been calling for our unity. Now we have a young, passionate leader in Burkina Faso who has taken up the mantle to make it a reality. Now, fam, this is the right time to be in Africa, okay? This is the right time to be in Africa. If you've not thought about returning, please think about returning. I wish I'd done it earlier. That's like one of my biggest regrets, is that I wish I made that move earlier, okay? I'm not just living the best of my life, I am living my best life. The life I never thought I would experience. You know, when I used to wake up in England, I was always waking up in debt, in sweat, and in worries, okay? And here is just so much better. Yes, I'm not saying that it's going to be problem-free. It's not, you know. You have all kinds of things, sabotage, all kinds of things going on. But, you know, you just try and make amends of them. Do you know what I mean? Make the best of it, okay? And usually those are your own people that are doing it, you know? But you still got to keep forging forward. So, and he is forging forward. After they tried to what, kill him 22 times? He's still forging forward. They have, you know, tried to totally discredit his name. They have slandered him. They have libeled him. They have done smear campaigns on him. They have totally tried to destroy his character. They have tried to, you know, make his governance, try to destabilize his governance. They've tried everything. They've bribed everyone around him. And he has stood firm. And he is still moving forward. And so should we. Let's follow in his footsteps. Let's use him as our blueprint. But let's get to this, okay? Because I'm not on for very long today. So let's get to this. Let's get to why I'm here. So these are the African countries that are calling for unity. So I want you to tell me in the comments. Oh, there's 247 products. Tell me about 247 products. What did you say? Read your comment. May Allah make Africa unite. Absolutely. Let's make, listen, it doesn't matter who we believe or what we believe in, we must unite. We mustn't let religion or language or culture be barriers between us anymore. We have to realize we have a common enemy and we have a common goal. And I think that is really, really important, okay? Okay, one African currency. Yes, who wants one African currency? Who wants one African passport? Who wants one African government? Who wants one African leader? And we should definitely follow that thought of Ibrahima Traore. Absolutely, thank you. That's 24/7 products. I don't know what you do on your channel, but everybody go and support their channel, okay? Wendy Green said Tinubu worked with, hang on a minute, Tinubu worked with the drug cartel in the US and he ran off leaving, wow, 150,000 bond on the table and eventually became president of Nigeria. The old guard has to go. Wow, you learn something new every day. I had no idea. One Africa, she says. Ibrahima Sana says Nyancho Kajabi, Nyancho Kajabi, Nyancho Sana is here. And we are in Sankara of Blaxit. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So listen, I've got another thing I want to thank you for before I even start going through this list, because I know I've got you hyped up about this list. I want you to stay with me. Please give me some likes. If you don't mind, just give me some thumbs up. Yeah. I want to thank you. I want to thank you. I want to thank you. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. And the reason why I'm thanking you from the bottom of my heart is because it was brought, can I have some more likes, please, Hans? right? It was brought to my attention, right? It was brought to, thank you for the hearts, thank you. Mwah. Yeah, hearts to you. Yeah, it was brought to my attention by a Blaxit family member. I haven't got permission to say their name, so I'm not going to say their name, but I want to thank you. And I want to give a big thank you to all of the Blaxit team that has been working with Blaxit, or who have worked with Blaxit, or who have contributed to Blaxit. So everybody that has been a part of the Blaxit team, whether you've been admin, whether you've been a land agent, whether you have been a director, whether you have been a camera person, an editor, whether you have been part of the marketing team, I just want to thank you. You know, our day one A1, Seth, McConnon, yeah, all of you, yeah, Vital, KD, African Boyo, Anna Marie, so many of you, ex-husband, so many of you that have supported. Catherine has always been there, my A1 day one, of course, always been supportive of his mummy, and of course my other children too, especially my son who's been creating the beats for Blaxit, Emperor Beats. Thank you so much. So I want to say thank you so much, because I realize that there's been over 9 million posts that have been mentioning Juliet, Blaxit and Gambia. Can you imagine, on TikTok, over 9.9 million posts? So that means that we're having traction, that means that we're having impact, especially in this day of social media. So I want to thank you so much, and to say I love you, and keep sharing the word about Blaxit. Keep putting it out about Blaxit, please. We are the original Blaxit. This is Blaxit original. Many people have tried to use my channel name. Many people have tried to use the concept. Many people have even tried to use it against me to smear my reputation and to try and destroy my reputation out of jealousy, bad mind, and obviously, you know, they don't have a good heart in the first place, because I certainly wouldn't spend time doing that. That's a waste of time. What's the point in trying to destroy someone when you can build someone up or build up Africa? So keep checking the comments for me, please. And so we're going to, thank you for the hearts. Thank you, GSM Filters. GSM Filters, thank you so much. ITEL, put it all, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, bun bad mind. So yeah, so you know, there's a lot of disinformation, misinformation that was put to try and destroy Blaxit, but we're still here. We're still here. They tried every kind of infiltration, every kind of manipulation, every kind of distraction, every kind of lies, every kind of dishonesty, every kind of everything, but we're still here and we're still trying, you know, and whatever mistakes I've made, I apologize, and I will still try and correct it, and I'll still be working on it, because I am not perfect, okay, and I am still learning as I go, and I'm learning every day, okay, and I enjoy learning every day. Okay, so Meshbak, is that right? Felix, yeah, Meshbak, Felix, hello. Yeah, we can vibe. Definitely we can vibe, you know. And thank you also. I didn't receive any of those naughty videos this week. So if you're watching, you stop sending them. I appreciate that. I did block you anyway. I blocked all of them. Yeah, if you're blocked, you're blocked. You're blocked because I had enough of your negativity, okay, and sending rubbish. So I'm thanking people that stopped sending me that rubbish. I just didn't appreciate it, okay. If you want to talk to me, talk to me. If you want to learn the truth, then talk to me, talk to the source, okay? There's no point in listening to secondhand rubbish online and people that are jealous and grudgeful. It makes no sense. Yeah, they just don't want you to come to Africa. And they're paid, many of them are paid by the system, they're paid by the agents, the disinformation agents, okay? The same way what they try to do to Marcus Garvey, they're still doing it to us now. The same thing that they're trying to do to Ibrahim Traore with the misinformation, lies and deceit, total deceit and deception. That is what it is. They create illusions in order to create division, but it's not going to happen with us, because you know what? We're wise. Yeah, we woke up. We're not guided by their Western media and their Western media lies. We're not now, you know, beguiled by fake Pan-Africanists in disguise. You know, we're wise now, okay? We've shaped up, we've woken up, we've realized that Africa is as wonderful as anywhere else. We realize that we used to be running to these cold countries while they're running to our hot countries. Does that make any sense? So they're taking all our resources while working for them. No, slavery days are over. Slavery days are done. Yeah? It done. So we're coming back to Africa and we're going to rebuild our motherland, our fatherland. We are going to rebuild our continent because that is where we belong. Okay? Nobody can take away what is yours. You hear me? If it's destined for you, it's fated for you, it's yours. Because a lot of people try to stop me from coming to Africa with sad stories, nice stories, but luckily enough for me, I've been to Africa from when I was 22, so I wasn't listening to the crap, okay? I wasn't listening to the crap. They'll try and stop you. Oh, they'll say this, oh, they'll say that, oh, this one's that, that one is this one's that. Find out for yourself, okay? So let's talk about African countries that have pledged allegiance and unity, right? African unity, for us to all come together as one, as Africans. Let's find out which heads of state, yeah, have agreed to work together for the unity of Africa with Ibrahima Traore, the President Ibrahima Traore of Burkina Faso. I'm so excited, I'm getting tongue-tied. Let me slow down. Actually, let me get some water. Thank you so much. Hang on, did you see that? Wow, you see, fam. I wanna start with I had a moringa seed. So you know when it's really sweet. You know, I love my moringas, and I advise you all eat your moringa seeds. Okay, I keep one on my desk. Yeah, eat your moringa seeds. They're very, very good for you. Yeah, those are people that ask me for some. Yeah, I just send them. Okay, right. So. Let's say now I'm going to start from home. Yeah, so the president and the country of Gambia. Gambia is number one. Yeah, Gambia has pledged allegiance to work with Ibrahima Traore. Gambia has pledged allegiance to work towards African unity. Gambia. So I'm going to big up the President Adama Barrow. I just want to put down your foot a little bit, yeah, with regard to our citizenship. I need to put down your foot a little bit on those MPs that are slowing the process down, okay? We know who they are, yeah, but you know that you can speed the process through. Because, you know, Adama Barrow, we love you, okay? I love you, I met you, you're a great guy, okay? All right? Don't worry what people say, just keep pushing through, okay? Keep making progress for this beautiful, beautiful country. So the first country I mentioned was Gambia, okay? Gambia is one of the smallest countries in the whole continent of Africa, and it is beautiful, and it is a wonderful place to live if ever you wanted that first transitionary step to come to repatriate in Africa. Gambia is the place. So big yourself up, Gambia. And then I'm going to go for Namibia. Yeah, I'm going to big up Netumbo Nandi Nadiwa. I hope I'm saying your names right. The president of Namibia, Netumbo Nandi Nadiwa, okay? She is a powerhouse. She also just took control of the rights to the minerals and resources in the land of Namibia and has taken control and said no to the West. We are getting to be the best, okay? We are growing, we are learning. There's a lot on this list and I have to get through them. So let's big up Namibia. So we got Gambia and Namibia, okay? We're not going to talk about the ones not on the list. I think we'll do that another day, okay? Because we'll talk about disloyalty and we're going to talk about those countries that are not for the unity of Africa, okay? And then next, I'm going to talk about Senegal. Senegal has done so much, and Senegal, as we discussed last week, is also removing themselves out of the franc, the CFA, the control, the financial and monetary control that the West has had a stranglehold on them. They are now getting their sovereignty, their monetary sovereignty back, and they are now also getting rid of all of those colonial names in all places of significance. So they are saying that no more of you French names and you French generals, all you people that colonized us. We are getting back to our own names. I love it. Africa unite. Okay, so that's Senegal. Okay, that's Senegal. And that is, his name is Bassara, yeah, Bassara Diomaye Faye, okay? So that's Bassara Faye. And then we have, I'll jump to Angola. Angola, yeah? Remember the song about Angola? Angola, yeah? Okay, I met that singer here actually. He did a concert here. Anyway, so Angola, Jua Lourenco, yeah? Big yourselves up, Angola. Angola are now willing to work with Captain Ibrahima Traore in order, and other heads of states to work together to have a unified Africa, okay? This is history in the making, fam. I want to go through your comments, yeah? 24 products says One Love Gambia. Exclusive Tala for real. I'm gonna give you mwah back, yeah. 24/7 product says big up to all Gambians. 24/7 says One Love Namibia. 24/7 product says big up sister. Please can you give us Bob Marley Africa Unite, please? Yes. Damon Wilson says he's a big fan and One Love, and a big kiss to you also, Damon. Okay, my love to you all. And I don't, oh my gosh, I don't want to be accused again, because I talked about celibacy and then men started sending me their willies like I was desperate for something because I talked about being single and celibate. No, I was saying that I celebrate celibacy and I am celibate and I've done it by choice. And it didn't mean that I was desperate for you know what, okay? So no more of those. Anyway, I want to say the next country I'm going to talk about is Gabon. Okay, so we talked about Angola, that was the last one. Now we're going to talk about Gabon, and that is Bryce, yeah, Olagui Nguami, okay? So let's big up Gabon. Gabon is on side, fam. Gabon is on side. Now tell me the ones that you think aren't on side in the comments, okay? So Gabon is on side. Now I'm going to mention two, which will probably be very obvious to you because they're already working with the President Ibrahima Traore, and that is the presidents of Niger and Mali, but I'm still going to talk about them now. So the president of Niger is Abdulrahman, yeah, Tashar. So I think I said his Shani, sorry, I said his surname incorrectly, yeah, Shani. So it's Abdulrahman Shani, okay, who is the president of Niger. They are on board. So let me just give a recount of the nations which are on board for African unity joining with Ibrahima Traore. This is a historic moment and I'm so glad that you are live. So we have Gambia, we have Namibia, we have Senegal, we have Angola, and we have Gabon. We have, I said Namibia, didn't I? Yes. We have Gabon, we have Niger, and now we also have Mali. That's right. And Mali under Assimi Goïta. The president Assimi Goïta of Mali has also joined. Yeah? They have joined under the call for African unity. Letters were sent to all of these African leaders by Ibrahima Traore. And some leaders refused him, and other leaders accepted him. So I'm not going to talk about the haters and the rejects right now. I'm just going to deal with those that are with us for African unity. Okay, I'm going to talk about those that are with us and on side for African unity. Yeah. And what's this? You all got too many tribal beefs. Who's y'all? When you talk about you, go and talk about Ukraine and Russia. Okay, go and talk about those other people. Okay, talk about them, because Africa never had no World War I and World War II. Let's make it very clear. Let's make it very clear. So stop spreading misinformation. I will not have it. Africa hasn't gone to start any World War I, any World War II, or any World War III. So if you want to talk about the warmongers, Africa is not going to put any atom bomb on any Nagasaki. Africa didn't go to Vietnam and start any war. Africa hasn't started any wars. Africa has been a victim for years of war. Been a victim of war. An unfair war has been waged against Africa for so many years. Your comments are coming through real quick, so I'm gonna really rewind, okay? Red Squad X-Files. Hello, I'm selling wall art canvases. Are you interested? Yeah, why not? I love art. I love art. In fact, I'm owed a wall canvas that I paid for, that I didn't get. I think you know, if you're watching, who I'm talking about. Still waiting. The whole of Africa. This is why you're in a I'm not understanding what you're trying to say. I'm sorry, I'm just going to read comments that I can understand, yeah? I think there's Liani. Resurrection says fundamentally black. Yeah, Africans. Yeah, I see. Okay, 300 group said, you forgot to mention the mother of African unity, Ethiopia. Okay, so like I said, I'm talking about the ones who have responded so far, and I haven't finished, okay? I haven't finished. Where was I? I was talking about Mali. So where have we got to now? Let's do a quick count. We had Gambia, we had Namibia. Do a count for me. So we had Gambia, we had Namibia, we had Senegal, we had Gabon, we had Nigeria. No, we had Niger, not Nigeria. No, we didn't have Nigeria. No, we didn't. We have Niger, and we have Mali. And here's the next one, Tunisia. I've been to Tunisia, actually. I must admit, I did have a great time there. And I met some nomads. I also went on a safari inside the Sahara Desert. It was so hot, it was unbelievable. And while I was there, I met what they called themselves the desert nomads. And they looked like me, funnily enough, just very much darker than I was in shades in terms of complexion. And I had an amazing time, and they actually lived inside the desert, and their houses were cool. They had proper 4 houses, but built inside the... They were built... I don't know what happened to my screen then. I'm so sorry. I hope you can still see me. Kath, am I still streaming? Kath? Am I still streaming? Because something just came up on my screen. I'm not sure. Oh, great. Okay. Thank you so much. So yeah, please tell me about your information. Red Squid X-Files, info@blaxithome.com. Send me an email, info@blaxithome.com. Yeah. And so let's have a look. Vinny Trampolini. I want a desert made from a dessert. So I read desert. Okay, we can talk about that. Right, let's get on with the list because I'm so excited. So Tunisia is Kais Saied. So Tunisia, Kais Saied, has said he is on board with Ibrahima Traore's call for African unity, for the heads of state to work together towards the unity of Africa. So that is Tunisia. Next on the list, we have Botswana. We have Botswana. So Botswana has agreed to come into unity, for Africa to unite. And that is Duma Boko, the president Duma Boko. So let's congratulate Duma Boko on wanting to unite and wanting to have one Africa. One united Africa where we can work together, where we can unify together. We can do our own economy, we can have our own policies, we can have our own armies, we can have our own defense systems, we can have our own finance systems, we can have our own political systems. We can be Africa, run by Africa, by Africans, for Africans. Okay? So I'm sorry if I'm missing your comments. They are going a little bit quickly. So yeah, okay. So I said Botswana. Next, I'm gonna say Ghana. That's right, John Dramini Mahama, sorry. So let me give your name some justice. John Dramani, yeah, Mahama has joined and said yes to Ibrahima Traore's call for unity, for African unity, to work with all other heads of states to work together for a unified Africa. So that is Ghana. Ghana is on board, Ghana is involved, and Ghana is heading the way towards African unity, along with Angola, Senegal, Namibia, Gambia, Tunisia, Gabon, Niger, and Mali. Okay, can I have some more likes, please, if you don't mind? Let's roll up them likes. These likes are for those African nations, okay? We are going to big up those African nations, okay? Because this is all about our economic sovereignty, okay? Our political sovereignty, the right for self-determination, the self-governance, for self-independence, and for self-reliance, okay? So the next one I'm going to give you is Chad. Chad has agreed with Ibrahima Traore, the president of Burkina Faso, to work towards African unity. That's right, the president of Chad is Mahamat Idris Deby Itno. Yes, his name is Mahamat Idris Deby Itno. They agreed to order to call for us to work together to form an African unity. So well done to Chad. Next, I'm going to fly up to Rwanda. Rwanda has agreed. Rwanda has agreed to join Ibrahima Traore in calling for a unified Africa, for heads of state to unite. They have recognized him as a head of state, as so they should. So they should. I'm going to talk a little bit about people that rely on a fake democracy, right? He's done more for his country than many other leaders. He is walking in the footsteps of Thomas Sankara. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. And we are happy to see it. Very happy to see it. And those leaders that are scared of the blueprint that I keep calling him Ibrahima. His name is Ibrahim, you know. Ask me why I call him Ibrahima. It's like he's my friend. Ibrahim Traore, right? The president of Burkina Faso, the blueprint that he is setting, the example that he is setting, many corrupt, fraudulent, and useless leaders do not want to follow and therefore are not supporting his call for unity. Okay? Because they want to continue to follow the colonizers, to get money from the colonizers, and to have their begging bowls open for the colonizers to continue to exploit their people, exploit the resources of their people, exploit the resources of their country, and to keep their peoples impoverished and in the status quo of not developing, going anywhere, doing anything for their country except fulfilling their own coffers. I said it. Okay? There are many, many leaders all over the world, not just in Africa, so don't think that I'm just pointing the fingers here. Okay? Now, Rwanda have said they will support Ibrahima Traore, okay? And that president is Paul Kagame. Paul Kagame has said that he will support Ibrahima Traore. I'm not getting into the politics of each individual country. I'm just telling you who is supporting, okay? Who is supporting. So this is what I'm going to say. The other country that is also supporting Ibrahima Traore is South Sudan. South Sudan is also supporting Ibrahima Traore in his call for a unified Africa. He wants all heads of state to work together for the unity of Africa. I'm not talking about an organization that is there and we're still waiting to be recognized as a sixth region. We're still waiting to be recognized as the sixth region by the AU. We're still waiting for our AU sixth region passports to recognize diasporans as Africans. We're still waiting. This is about action and action now. This is not about years and years and years of politicizing and bureaucracy and miles of red tape. This is about the unity of Africa now in real practical terms, in real time. This is talking about practical steps. This is about action, not just about words and lots of politicizing and lots more papers and lots more hearings and lots more meetings. This is about action now. He put his pen to his paper and he wrote to all those nations and said, are you in? Are you in? Are you in for the unification of Africa? Are you in for us to work together? Are you in for us to be self-determining? Are you in for us to be able to control our own resources? Are you in to get rid of the colonizer off of our back? Are you in to stop the robbery of Africa? Are you in to empower our people so that they can live, they can thrive just like any other nation? Are you in? That's what he asked. Okay, and these are the nations that have said yes. Okay, these are the nations that have said yes. So I will start with Gambia, Namibia, Chad, Senegal, Ghana, Angola, Botswana, Rwanda, Tunisia, South Sudan, Gabon, Niger, and Mali. I've got nothing to say about the other countries that haven't, but what I have got to tell you is that Africa is on the rise. Africa unites, yeah? It's happening in real time. Now I want to go back through some of your comments. I think we all know what that colonel already had to say. So, okay. Now, no, there's no Kenya. Surprise, surprise. There's no Nigeria. Surprise, surprise. So I do plead with you, right, and ask you to support this measure. Okay? I ask you to support this measure of African unity. That's why I'm sitting here today, and this is why I'm telling you this. I want you to support this measure. Okay, it is so important for us to finally start to come together in peace, harmony, and unity with the same goals, the same objectives to fulfill the wants and needs of our African people here on the continent, and also our African people out there in the diaspora. Okay, so you wrote down all the countries. Wow, who's that? Okay, so Exclusive and Talawa has done all of the countries and the flags. Look in the comment section. Look in the comment section. Well done, well done. So I want these to be the countries that we're going to home in on and focus on now. Until those other countries step in line and want to be for the unification of Africa, I'm not focusing on them. I'm now focusing on the countries that do, okay? Because that is where we should be investing in those countries that are looking for the peace, harmony, and unity, and for the success of Africa as a continent, yeah? For the development of Africa as a continent. It is so important, because Africa is not promoted enough, to be honest with you. The beauty places that I've been to in Africa, the astounding beauty. I remember even when I was in Mauritius, and I went to see the place with the 7 different colored sand. It was amazing. Awesome. I've never seen anything like it. You know, I love my crystals, right? And then they've got the rainbow obsidian. It looks just like the rainbow obsidian, but you're seeing it live in front of your face. It was absolutely beautiful. Africa has got so many wonders, so many beautiful places. And, you know, we've got a wonderful, vibrant culture, so many different cultures, so many different languages, so many different values and mores. But the most important thing is that, for me, living here has given me back my peace of mind. I found who I am. I think when you live in the West, it gives you a bit of like a multiple personality disorder. Because, you know, every time, like when you're with your family, you've got like a certain, like, so what, wagwan, yes, bruv, yes, or so what, and then you go to, oh, hello, Shirley, how are you? Yes, I'm well, thank you. And how was your evening? Yes, it was well, thank you. And then, you know, you go and you see your grandma, so what, grandma? Yeah, right, I'm gonna see you for a long time. You want some soup? You know, you have like so many different personalities. And then you're talking to your friend, yo, Mish, what's going on, sister? Michelle, my belle. You got so many different like faces on, whereas here you can just be yourself. And I think that's so important, is being able to just be yourself and find your African-centered self. And I think your spirit, your soul is anchored here. And the air, the atmosphere. Someone met me, and they were talking to me, and they said to me, oh, you know, no, what did they ask me? I mean, they asked me on the age of one of my children, and I said, and they said, oh, like, how come you got a child that age? And I told them my age, and they didn't believe it, and I said, this is Africa. This is Africa. Africa has an impact on you. It really does, health-wise, and drinking and eating fresh food is just amazing. Just amazing. So I want us to all give a round of applause. Yeah, I'm going to read out these nations once again, and I want us all to give them a round of applause, because I'm going to end this live session now. I just wanted to celebrate this with you, right? And remember, you can come here and live as well. I've done it, yeah, and you know, I set up my business. I've done it. I'm living here. I'm enjoying it. I can't tell you, like, what a big difference it has made in my life. Even just washing with the water, you know. When I used to live in England, my skin was proper ashy. You know, it was like, and it was all the chemicals in the water. I couldn't work out why I was always having, like, I had such sensitive skin, and I wasn't realizing that it was the water, you know. But here, my skin is so much better, so much better. And the air is so less polluted, you know, especially when you live in the country suburbs as well. But anyway, without further ado, let's give a round of applause. Let's give a round of applause. Yeah, thank you for that. Woo, what have I just done? What have I just done? Do you know what? I don't know. Like, there's so many different things now. Okay, so let's give a round of applause to Mali. Let's start with Gambia, because where I live, okay? So let's give a salute and a round of applause. Hit them hearts and whatever you can do, hit them, 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 hit them. Please hit some hearts, hit some thumbs up emojis. Let's give them a salute. Brr, 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 brr. I'm giving a drum roll, yeah? I should go and get my drum and bring it, but okay, so let's do this, okay? Give us some hearts, give us some hearts, give us some likes, give us some likes. Let's do this. Ready? Drum roll. We'll start with congratulations and big up to Gambia. Big up to Gambia for wanting to unite Africa and for Africa to unite. Congratulations, Gambia. Congratulations, Namibia, for wanting Africa to unite and for being a part of the unification of Africa. So thank you, Namibia. Thank you so, 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 so much. Thank you, Botswana. Thank you for wanting Africa to unite and for uniting with Africa. Thank you, Burkina Faso, for doing this initiative. Thank you to Captain Ibrahima Traore for making this initiative, for writing this letter, and for knowing who's in for the unity of Africa and who's out for themselves. Okay? Thank you so much for making it starkly clear who wants the unity of Africa. After Botswana, we have Angola. Thank you, Angola. Thank you so, so much for being and wanting to be a part of the real unification of Africa. For the heads of state to really unite and to work as one. Thank you, Angola. Thank you, Ghana. Thank you, Ghana, so much. Thank you, you've done so much already. Thank you so much for, standing the test of time and still standing on your rights for Africa, for the unification of Africa, and honoring, our ancestors, of course, and our past leaders. Thank you so much. Okay, forward ever, backwards never. Thank you so much to Senegal. Thank you, the new leader of Senegal. He is on fire. Thank you so much for Senegal, for wanting the unification of Africa. Thank you, Chad. Thank you so much, Chad. Thank you, South Sudan. Thank you, Gabon. Thank you, Tunisia. Thank you, Niger. Thank you, Mali. Thank you, Rwanda. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, South Sudan. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Gambia. And thank you, Ibrahima Traore, for taking the initiative, for stripping the wheat from the chaff. So now we know who's in for Africa and who's not. So now we know who's in and who's out. Let's work with those nations. Forward ever, backwards never. We are one nation, one destiny, one unity. I've been saying it for a long time, and it's now coming to fruition, fam. Oops, I hit the mic. It's now coming to fruition, fam. Okay? I've been saying it for years. Okay? Coming to Africa is not just a change in lifestyle. Yeah? There's many lifestyles that are going on outside of Africa that I personally couldn't abide with. There are many things happening in the West that I personally didn't agree with. And so being in Africa, where certain things are still illegal, it suited my lifestyle, it suited how I wanted to raise my children. I'm so glad that my son can, do what he wants and I don't have to worry like I used to, okay? So I will tell you a story one day of something that happened while I was in England, and it scared the life out of me. But I'm not going to talk about that today because we are in celebration mode. We are in celebration mode. So, this is a historical moment. I want you all to now celebrate. I want you to go and enjoy yourselves today. And I want you to feel empowered as an African, knowing that we've been calling for the unification of Africa. They cut up Africa with the Berlin Conference, okay? It was unjustly done. It was unjust, it was unfair, and it was wrong, and it needs to be corrected. And if Ibrahima Traore is the person who's going to correct it, let's stand by him, fam. Okay, let's stand by him. Okay, let's give him that support. So once again, congratulations to Ibrahima Traore. So Burkina Faso, congratulations for wanting the unification of Africa. Thank you, Rwanda, Botswana, Angola, Ghana, Senegal, Chad, Namibia, Ghana, South Sudan, Tunisia, Gabon, Niger, and Mali. Thank you. I salute you. Stand by you 100%. I'm going to leave this live on this wonderful, wonderful note. Okay. I'm going to leave it on this wonderful note. I want to thank everybody, like I said, who's been a part of the Blaxit family, everybody that's been a part of the Blaxit journey, everybody that's worked integrally as a part of the Blaxit team. So I give a shout out to all of the directors of Blaxit Group. Yeah, big yourselves up. Thank you so much. And there will be a new estate coming online for you all as well, which is repatriation land. So it will be discounted land, discounted plots, and this is a roadside estate. Yeah, and it has 6 plots, I believe 5 plots, sorry, because I think we're keeping one, so 5 plots. Okay, and that's in a wonderful, beautiful place, and I'm announcing it very shortly. So there will be another small estate which will be going live. There's only 2 left in the Serenity Estate in Khartoum, which is the riverside. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful estate. If you have not got a piece of land in Africa, please do invest. Okay, let me explain a little something before I go. The reason why apartheid was so powerful in South Africa is because they own so much of the land. It wasn't because of their numbers, it was because of land ownership. And we have to realize the power behind land ownership. We have to learn to land bank. We have to learn to invest in our motherland. Because if not, the same thing is going to happen again, okay? And we cannot allow that to happen. So it is important that we do go and we get our customary land, okay? Which is our land in perpetuity. All right, and we are enabling that, and we have been enabling that for a long time now. Blaxit has the biggest settlement of non-Gambians here, which is the diaspora settlement, which we have there in Bosra, okay, Blaxit Eco Village, okay. So do please follow up, okay, with us if you have any inquiries about that. info@blaxithome.com, or our text line if you want some support with repatriation. Our text line is plus 220 240 5273. So that's plus 220 240 5273. Now I've got some visitors, so I'm gonna have to run, okay? But remember, one Africa, one unity, one love, okay? One destiny, okay? I love you, Blaxit family. Please do keep in touch, okay? And remember that Africa is on the rise. Africa is on the rise, okay? And the only way to eradicate racism, the discrimination, the hatred, the way in which we're so unfairly treated, the way in which we are suffering financially, is to eradicate racism, leave it behind, and come and live with your own kind. And remember, as one we are many, and as many we are one, okay? As one we are many, and as many we are one. There is 1.5 billion of us in the diaspora. We are Africans. Let's recognize ourselves as Africans. Let's start being patriotic, okay? And let's come under one banner as Africans. Let's show the world our strength. Let's show the world our unity. Let's show the world our power. And let's reinvest back in our motherland, okay? Now, I love you. Like, lots of kisses. Lots of kisses. Woo! We've done it again. I love you so much. Yeah, please keep liking, keep sharing, and please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Can we try and get to 100k? Okay, can we try and get to 100k? All right, I love you. All right, take care. Bye.